Hermvids with Mr. Hermit. Educational videos about reading and writing.
Hello everyone, this is Mr. Hermit, and this is going to be the figurative language intro, where I'm going to teach you all about hyperbole, similes, metaphors, and personification. That pig is staring at me.
This is the instructional video for the figurative language unit. At the end of this video, you should be able to tell me what figurative language is, how it can be used to influence your writer's voice, and 4 different types of figurative language. Let's get started. First off, what is figurative language? Figurative language is non-literal language. Literal language is when you take every word in a sentence on face value, what it literally means. There's nothing beneath the surface. You say something and you are meaning every single word exactly as it's written. Figurative language is when that's not the case. You are comparing to something that's not there. You are saying someone is something that they're not. You're over-exaggerating to the point that it's obvious you don't mean it literally. That's what figurative language is. It can be used to tell jokes, like in rap lyrics or in a comedian's stand-up special. It can be used to make deep comparisons or creating visual experiences, like in poetry or short stories. The examples that we're going to cover in this class are similes, metaphors, personification, and hyperbole. So let's get started. Similes. They are comparisons of two unlike things using like or as. They're incredibly common. You use them all the time. They surround us. The idea behind creating a simile is you take something that's literal, something that's there. Maybe it's a cat. And then you take something that this cat is, an adjective to describe that cat. So the cat is smelly. So to create a simile about this smelly cat, you think of something else in this world that is very smelly. Say a garbage can. And you say, that cat is like a garbage can. You're saying how smelly it is. Similes can also be used in many other forms as well. Let's take a look at this first example. He's as happy as a pig in mud. There's that pig in mud behind the text. It's a silly image that makes you smile, and it's much more interesting than just saying he's happy. Now the rest of these examples are going to be song lyrics. I'm not going to tell you who wrote the song or who performed the song until the end of the video. So you can guess along the way and see if you can get all of the examples. First example is, I love you like a love song, baby. Next one, just own the night like the 4th of July. In these examples, something literal is being compared to something figurative. The love that this person has for their significant other is like a love song. Next up, we've got metaphors. Very similar to similes, except no like or as. Metaphors are usually deeper because you're directly comparing those two things. Metaphors can be non-text based too. You could say, oh man, this is a metaphor for something much deeper. But in this case, we're just talking about the text. So let's look at some more song lyrics. I have 5 for this one. You're my kryptonite. You're the thunder and I am the lightning. My heart's a stereo. It only beats for you. I feel so close to you right now. It's a force field. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. See if you can figure out who wrote these. Now as you're doing that, let me talk about that last example. The person who wrote this song wanted to compare themselves to something really strong, something almost unbreakable. So what they did was, they thought of something else in this world that is strong and nearly unbreakable, and they came up with titanium. It's a nice way to illustrate something deeper. The next type of figurative language is personification. That word person inside of personification should give you a clue of what this word means in case you forget it. Personification is giving a non-human, human-like traits. And the key to personification is verb use. So, you want to make something that's not a human seem more human-like for humor's sake, for intensity's sake, whatever. You think of human verbs. There are some things that only humans do, some actions like singing, hitting, talking, etc. So you can use these to create an example. Think about a tornado. What type of person would a tornado be? Most likely they'd be an angry person. So what you do is you think of things or verbs that an angry person would do. Throwing a tantrum. So an example could be, the tornado threw a tantrum in the town as it threw buildings left and right. It makes the tornado seem like an angry person. Here are some song lyric examples. Boy, you got my heartbeat running away. Running is that verb right there. I get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs. There you go, hugs. My shadow is the only one who walks beside me. There's your personification verb right there. Walks. Final example is hyperbole. Hyperboles are things that we use constantly in our speech. If I say you use 1,000,000 hyperboles, that would be a hyperbole. It's an extreme non-literal over-exaggeration. Maybe your teachers use this when they say, I told you 1,000,000 times to be quiet. They haven't actually told you 1,000,000 times, but by saying that, it makes it seem like they've told you a lot. If you turn around and you say, you are the devil, or this class is hell, that is a hyperbole that over-exaggerates how terrible their class is. Let's look at some examples. My loneliness is killing me. Tonight, we are young, so let's set the world on fire. Setting the world on fire is obviously an over-exaggeration, so is the loneliness killing them. Now, the trick for remembering a hyperbole and what the word means is hyper inside of hyperbole. When you're all hyped up on sugar and caffeine, you are over the top just like a hyperbole is. So, let's go back and see if you can figure out all of the examples that I use from pop music. Let's start with similes. I Love You Like a Love Song, Baby, of course, is Selena Gomez, followed by Katy Perry's song Fireworks, in which the whole song is a big comparison, figurative language between a person and fireworks. You're My Kryptonite is from a One Direction song. Kryptonite is constantly used in pop music, though, so pretty common. You Are the Thunder and I Am the Lightning is another Selena Gomez piece of figurative language. I'm not really sure what this one means, to be honest. I guess she goes together well with her significant other. My Heart's a Stereo, It Only Beats for You. That's sung by Adam Levine, a Gym Class Heroes song. That's another common pop music thing, your heart beating like a stereo. It's like music, love, that type of thing. I Feel So Close to You Right Now. It's a Force Field. That's a Calvin Harris song. You Shoot Me Down, But I Won't Fall. I Am Titanium. I can't remember who sings that one, so one of you guys are going to have to help me out with that. I know it's an electronic dance song. Pretty popular. Nicki Minaj, Super Bass. That's another example of the heart and the stereo being a comparison there. A band called Owl City released that song for the Lightning Bugs. I think it was called Fireflies, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of personification there. My Shadow is the Only One Who Walks Beside Me. That's a Green Day song. Last one. This is by Britney Spears. My Loneliness is Killing Me. Hit Me Baby One More Time is the name of that track. And then finally, that would be Fun's song about setting the world on fire. Now you know how professionals use figurative language. Now I'm excited to see how you guys are going to experiment with figurative language. So let's move on to the practice assignments.